Hey guys, Dr. Mrs. Mom over here. I just wanted to bring you guys into a thing that I do around my house from time to time. As you know, I love flowers. Part of why I started to do a cut flower garden in the backyard and on the side of my home. But I love flowers, something that I inherited, I think, from my mom. And if I go even further back, my grandma. And so today, I'm just going to bring you guys along as I make some fresh flower decorations for my home. I did a wedding this past weekend and I had a few flowers left over and I'm like, I'm going to beautify my home as well as share some of these with my friends and my neighbors. And so let's get to creating. Today I have a bunch of different things. I get flowers, obviously Costco, your marketplace stores, flower markets. And so these flowers are literally from anywhere. You could do this at home. It's not for professionals, okay? This is just what I do as a way to beautify my space. And so if you're into that kind of thing, let's get into it. So I've got 3 different containers I'm going to be working with. This was like, it is a mason jar. I got this from like floral arrangements that people have sent me. And so you could use anything. I even use, one second, this is from the jam that we get from Costco. So perfect as a vase. So repurpose items you have in your house. Just get the flowers in there, get it smelling nice, get it looking nice and feeling fresh. Okay, so there are many ways to go about doing this, and I think I've mentioned this in a previous video. Some people put tape. I'm not into that. I just and make it work. So we're going to be working with some eucalyptus, definitely working with some roses, some daisies, baby's breath, and I have a ton of lilies that I want to go into this arrangement. So let's do it. I think I'm actually going to start with the lilies. There's quite a bit of them, so I want to spread them out. Again, just take away things that are necessary, right? Some of these leaves, they served their purpose while they were out in the wild, and now they're here. You don't want them to cause unnecessary hindrances to your arrangement. So I'll leave a few, but I'm taking off most of them anyway. So this is what we call conditioning of flowers, by the way. Just getting them ready for their use. Anything that looks wilted, we'll get it out. I'm also going to take this off just so it seems full on the top. Beautiful. So good. Again, this is such a therapeutic thing for me. One thing I mentioned to you guys, right, is like growing up, my mom also used to do wedding decorations. And so, you know, Saturday mornings in my house were for bouquets and boutonnieres and corsages. And so it was just beautiful to be able to do this with her this past wedding that I had. Just felt like a really full circle moment. And I really appreciate the opportunity that I got to do that with her. I'll do a few more of those. Again, we're just getting rid of the bottom leaves, the things that we don't need, the things that are bent, misshapen, broken. There we go. And then any leaf that looks out of place. Oh, this is a beautiful one. I like how it spreads out. Okay. So we're just going along here, guys. Nothing crazy, nothing special. This is nice. I like how this opens up. Okay. So I think I've prepped some of those. I have some carnations that I had from the last arrangement I had in my vase. And so as you can see, this is dying, so I'm going to take that off. And this is bent, so I'm going to take that off as well. And you want to get as close to the base where it connects. Right, so I've got that, beautiful. And then just make sure to essentially deadhead anything that looks like it's out of place or bent or misshapen. Nope, this looks good. I just need to take off the leaves underneath here. Good, great. So I've got that. I've got a few roses, and I think maybe I'm going to keep it like a mixture of white, pinks, and the greenery, right? So let's start. I think I'll start with the daisy, or the lilies rather, not the daisies, the lilies. So usually what I do is I bring my flower vase to the edge of a surface, and then I'll measure, right, where I want the flowers to come out of, and then I'll just snip it. So usually I just bring it to the edge right here, and then I'll mark off where I'll cut one, and then that just serves as, okay, this is where we're cutting everything else. Again, there are many ways to do this. You can be shooting for asymmetrical, where you have longer stems, and I don't generally go in with a plan, except it's for like a wedding or something. But when it's for my home, I'm just freestyling. I always like to start in a crisscross anyway. Actually, this seems a little shorter, so I'll put that as the front. There we go. And I'm doing this with the petals facing outwards. This is a shorter one. I'll put this on the other end too. So now I have a crisscross, which will then serve as my like cardinal points as I begin to add more flowers, more focal flowers, that type of thing. I've got some roses. I think maybe I'll do 3 in this arrangement. And there are many ways to condition your roses. Obviously, when you get them, the thorns are taking out anyway, which is lovely. But then you just want to make sure that any leaves, you get rid of those. So that is exactly what I'm doing as I condition. And then I also look on the petals too, right? Take that out. And then I love this technique, just... Okay, so clearly this guy is old and I should not have done that. But fun times. Okay, let's get together. I need to clean all this up because wow. Okay, so I won't do that for all of them then because it's been a few days, so it's not holding up great. And so I definitely won't be reflexing either. Just do it really light. Yeah, I won't be reflexing either. This is the beauty of doing stuff like this, right? None of this is planned. You just go with the flow of what's happening in your world. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I take my hand right there in a circular motion, just kind of like that, to open up the petals. Lovely. All right, and now I'm gonna decide, how do I want this to sit in the vase? And usually cut in an angle allows for better transpiration. Okay, that will also be shooting out on the edges. 12:32. Wow, time flies, eh? Then I'm gonna put one in the very front that's gonna face me, because I lost that guy, didn't I? You know, it just dawned on me that I didn't put the plant food in there. So I'm gonna do that because that is necessary. Oh, that's cute already. All right, I've got the carnations. I think I'm gonna stick one right there in the middle, and that fills it up nicely. And then now it's a matter of just putting in different fillers. But like I said, I forgot to add my plant food, so let's fix that. And you can split them across different. I have just one pack, so there we go. Cool. All right, this is looking good so far. I think I want to add some coloration now. So I also have some pink carnations down here as well. I'll take a pink carnation and I'll take a pink Gobera daisy. Look at this, how beautiful. The colors just pop. Okay, and then I'm just gonna see, does anything need to go? Right? Always the first question, what needs to go? Get the bottom leaves off and out. I like how this is pointing out. Okay. So if I put this in here, it's gonna look unreasonably tall. Or it could be there as like a statement piece. Let's see. If I feel differently, I can always cut, right? So let's do that. I'm gonna put this in the center as well. Yeah, so it's like a good anchor. get the colors around. And then I'm just gonna go in with some baby's breath. These have already been pre-cut to size, so I'm cool with just stuffing them in. Cool with just stuffing them in. And then I see the part that I can see, and then I'll turn around and see the parts that I can't see and what I want to do about that. All right, there we go. This is leaning away. This is leaning away. Let's see if I put this in here this way. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around. So now this guy at least has some pink, but it needs some more filling. I think I'm gonna go in with this Gabera daisy right here. Give it a little slight cut. So that there are two statements going on. Yeah, very new, nice. And then we're just gonna put in some more baby's breath down the side, down the middle, just to give it some oomph. Yeah, I think we can do some more baby's breath. And like I said, I have quite a bit of this. Okay, it's been packed in, just kind of fluff it out a bit, upside down. And then snip, snip, snip. Lovely. Okay, this is definitely gonna go right here in the center to add some level of fullness, but not take away from what's there right now. And it just smells, I wish you were here to smell how delightful all of this is. Okay, this one I put in here, I think I'm gonna readjust. So it just fits in a condensed manner right down there at the center. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I think I could put a little more lily, yeah, get a little more lily in there. So then it starts to be compact. Guys, I think I'm gonna put bunching up baby's breath is ideal when you're doing these things. Actually, I should make it just a little shorter, because then it acts like it's fuller, right? When you put it in. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Looking great, my guys. There's this extra stem that I think needs to go. There we go. I feel better. All right, and this is what we've got going on. This, I haven't put in eucalyptus, and I don't know if I will, but we'll just set this aside and continue on with the rest of the arrangements. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about legacy. I think it's such a powerful thing, and I really got thinking about this because, like I mentioned earlier, I had a wedding, and my mom was here for the wedding. And so we kind of recreated what we used to do when I was younger. Because like I mentioned, she also, at some point in her life, used to do wedding florals, wedding decorations. And it's just crazy to me that I'm here doing the same thing, now doing it with her. It's just, anyways, so legacy. And it just had me really thinking about living a life of purpose, even in the mundane thing. I think there's something to be said about living a life that is authentic to you, authentic to your call, authentic to your purpose. Even like down to the desires, right? The hobbies, the interests that you take up. I find like a lot of people want to do the in thing, right? The thing that's Instagrammable, the thing that's social media is the trendy thing, the trending thing as well. And And the truth is, those things are nice, but those things are trends, which means they come and go. And when I think about legacy, I think about consistency, right? I think about doing things that will outlive you, things that would stand the test of time, that you can even pass on to your kids, because that's exactly what I think is happening for me. And I get to live that out with my mom. But not only that, I'm able to pass that on to my son, who, now wants to water all the plants in the backyard, okay? Wants to see all the flowers. And it's just, I think for me, a call to the honesty of who do you want to be? How do you want to show up in this world? And how do you do that? How do you show up in a way that is unique and authentic to you, right? That's my question to myself, man. These are the reasons. And so as I'm just making these flowers, I'm asking myself these questions, because I don't want it to be said that I lived a life that was not true, like true to me, true to my desires, I don't want it to ever be said that I just did the thing that everybody expected me to do. And so that's my charge, encouragement for us. And the mundane things, what are the things that you actually like? Not because social media said to like them, but because you just do. You just happen to like those things. What are those things? Go do them. Go do them, guys. Go do them. The world will be a much better place if we stood in purpose. And the legacy that comes from that, to me, is just unmatched. Okay. So hopefully what you guys are noticing is I'm creating this was not, again, it's never my plan to do some of these things, but here we are. I'm creating like bunches of flowers. I think I could do one more in here. Do I have one more to do that? Ay. I think the other way to go is with baby's breath. Oops. Oh, don't do that, because I really liked how you guys were. Okay. Yeah, it's to go through the baby's breath route and do another route of baby's breath. Right here or right here? I don't know. What are we feeling? Would it be cool if I did it right here? I think so. I think I kind of like how that looks. And when I tell you it smells lovely in here, it really does. Okay. But anyways, I say that, guys. What legacy are you living? For yourself, for your kids, your grandkids to enjoy? So let's think. Let's think about it. Think about the ways that, and the things that we're doing that spark joy in our lives. I really love this arrangement. I wasn't even going for this, but I really love this. Maybe I could put one more lily in here, actually. Yeah, girl. Just go all the way. You got this. There we go. Yeah, because I just need you guys to be together here. So I wonder if I need to put another lily. Actually, no, not a lily, a daisy. Another Gabbera daisy right here. It's a thick stem too. Yeah, yeah, girl. Yeah, girl, yeah, girl. Try to make it just a little shorter, just a smidge. 47. I have one more to do. There we go. Yeah. I need you guys to just stay straight for me. Nope, not in the back. You guys are right here for a purpose. Never forget, never forget, never forget. I feel like I need taller. These ones are gonna dry. I already know. These are dryings. Dry baby's breath is beautiful too. Just hang it up like that. Okay. I actually really love this arrangement. I think it's beautiful. So I'm also gonna set it aside. Ooh. And that's how I made that.